everybody, it's Uncle John from Uncle John's Farms here in Center Point, Indiana. We've had some dry days for the past 4 or 5 days. It hasn't rained in anything. I've noticed some of the big farmers are starting to get out in their fields now. Most of you remember that giant compost pile we started with last fall, and today we're going to do our first tilling of our vegetable plot, and it's just to get some of that compost down into this clay dirt and start working it in. I thought tonight would be a good night to try to get that done. I'm going to try to take you along a little bit so that you can kind of see how a tiller actually works here on Uncle John's farm. Again, this was all animal waste. It was some old hay, some wood chips that we've all decomposed over the winter time, and we've mixed it up as we went. You know, every couple 3 weeks we've turned it, and we've got it to kind of where I want it right now, and I want to get it into the ground so that it can start breaking down even more. I'm going to do a quick shot of just what it looks like right now. Then guess what? I'm going to try to put you on the tractor, maybe on the tiller, so that you can see as this stuff gets tilled up. Now here is our vegetable plot. This is some of what's left of the compost pile after it has broken down over the winter time. As you can tell right in there, some really good compost. Towards the outside it didn't break down quite as well. I'm hoping it'll do that once it gets into the soil. Right now though, let's get on the tractor and let's get tilling. Now, as you can tell, it is still a little bit wet in this south part of the garden. One reason I wanted to get this tilled in is so it would break down just a little bit faster. We are about 45 days from our first planting. As you can tell, each of the animals have contributed. This was all yellow clay about 2 years ago when we started putting compost on this garden. As you can tell, it still needs to decompose a little more. We've got about 45 days. This is only the first tilling. This will get tilled a couple more times before we actually start making our raised beds for the vegetables. Well, thank you so much for being a part of my video. I want to take just a minute. The compost, that's a mixture of all the animals, the chicken, the goats, and the cows. And like I say, we've been composting that since September of last year. That pile actually started out taller than me, and of course as we turned it, it kept getting lower and lower. You can do this same composting right in your backyard. If you need some help, feel free to give me a call. I want to take just a minute here because spring is my favorite time of year here on the farm because everything starts greening up. We get ready to start growing things, and I don't know whether you can see this or not. Very good. The pear trees are in bloom here at Uncle John's farm, and that just makes me feel so good. Remember that video we did where Uncle John kind of topped the trees? I had a lot of emails saying that I probably killed my trees. Nope, they're doing just fine. In fact, we got some pollinators already out here on this particular pear tree. But spring is my favorite time of year here on the farm. It's when everything, it kind of gets out of that sleepy mode. We've been hibernating for several months through the winter. We're now going to start growing again. We've got things greening up. Chickens are feeling good again. The goats are feeling good. So just a lot of different things getting ready to start happening here at Uncle John's Farms. Don't forget, we take SNAP and the EBT and PEBT cards. If you'd like to find out more information, go to our website, unclejohns.com. unclejohnsfarms.com. That's unclejohnsfarms.com. Hit us up on our Facebook page. You've also got TikTok. Heather's doing a wonderful job at making short little videos over there on TikTok. And, of course, as always, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a holler. Email is john@unclejohnsfarms.com. Our phone number here at the farm is area code 812-214-1116. If there's anything I can do to help you out, I would do my best to try to help you out. Thanks again for being a part of our video, and thanks so much for being a part of our community.